Also Everfree. I want to show off some enemies, Techner.
Oh, okay. Wait, so tangible or fake?
Up to you.
And there's a bunny. Hello, bunny. Fortunately, bunnies are not enemies. They are pets. You will be able to keep pets in the game. If you wanted to, you could make Pokemon ponies and, train and battle them. I don't know.
No.
No battle them?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. Ponies.
Battling? Not Pokemon style, no. Pets are going to help you out, though.
Oh, that's like that.
If you imagine, how you see pets in certain games, they're going to function similarly in that, a pet can help you within combat by, sort of reducing the enemy's stamina. They can also kind of work as like a pack rat by carrying stuff for you. Mostly pets are going to help you out by sort of acting as a support character for you. If you're going and you're trying to fight off a mob, you may have your pet attack the mob first in order to kind of take the damage while you're playing your unicorn in the back, sort of just taking pot shots at it. It's a really interesting play style that is going to be unique to Earth ponies. All players are going to be able to have pets, of course, but Earth ponies are going to be the ones who are really going to have that affinity with the friendly creatures in the world and, really help you out in sort of more dangerous areas like where Techner's entering right now.
Welcome to the Everfree Forest.
We have a variety of monsters in here. I know you've only seen hornets so far. You seem very fond of those for some reason.
What happens if you die?
So, there are actually quite a few.
We may
You
just
could
die soon.
check out some wolves or...
Yes, other than combat, this particular area, the Evershade Woods, is pretty massive right now. Those of you who played any of our previous builds, it is entirely different now than in any previous builds. The map has been entirely redone, and we do have combat in the game right now. If you go to fight the Timberwolves, you will be able to... Okay, he's not fighting.
I probably would have picked him off like one-on-one maybe, it might have been a better...
Run, just run.
Automatically got you.
Well, that happened.
See what you have
If we perhaps find a smaller group of Timberwolves, we'll see. Maybe able to show off the combat.
But yeah, right now combat is one of the features that we're testing in this open event, alongside of a couple new areas. Currently, partying is implemented in chat. Eventually, you're going to be able to party with, other teammates and have a true party system where, you can attack mobs together, you can share the experience, you can support each other with sort of like the medical class or we call it like the music class, which is going to be similar to how you might see a bard play where, you're kind of giving buffs to your allies. There's a lot of stuff you can do, and I haven't even gone into the unique, I'm trying to just talk in terms that are general, but there's some certainly creative uniqueness that we put into these classes too, that if Bloom ain't let me go into later, I may just.
Yes. Good job.
Do we have the diamond?
Yes, we do.
I believe the Diamond Dogs are currently only in the mines, which is a different map, of course, under, I think that's them over there.
Yeah.
And move the microphone away from the laptop and get the feedback. Thank you.
So now that we've seen a little bit of wilderness, we should actually probably check out, a couple cities.
Oh, there they are.
He gets carried away. The good thing about this game is it turns
This area might be a little more dangerous. I wouldn't. In order to test out some balancing, we've been, initially, because we're all new to this, we're placing mobs with different healths and different levels of difficulty in certain areas to kind of determine how large a party it would take. I'm like standing at least 2 feet away. Alright, can people just hear me if I talk like this?
Yes.
Alright, awesome. But yeah, the diamond dog was designed to be kind of one of our slower creatures. It's not going to sprint up to you quite as quick as a timber wolf, but you know, once it gets to you, it hits pretty hard, and you can see Technir's health it's not doing too good. But this is the kind of creature that you can sort of hit and run.
So they have to actually hit you?
Yeah, they have to run up. They all have collider hitboxes. They have to be within a certain distance from you. We've also implemented what we call sound detection as well as sight detection. So if you wanted to, you could, you know, sneak up behind a diamond dog, and they may not hear you until you're within, let's say, a 5-meter radius. But if you're within their cone of vision, you know, they can see you at, let's say, a 15-meter, 20-meter radius. So it allows for some more crafty play if you wanted to, you know, try and predict the movement of them as they're pathing and get behind them.
Also, there's going to be a lot of player skill customization, so not every player is going to be able to, you know, take diamond dog attacks. So if you're specialized in something different, you know, that is a very good option as well.
One thing about that, the specializations, this being intended as less combat oriented than more MMOs, some of the specializations will have very little to do with combat. For instance, cooking will be an available specialization, and the way you attain those is by going through a series of quests as a Philly occult and attaining a cutie mark in whatever respective skill you would like to train in. And as she said, it is further customizable from there in regards to specific skills, but that is going to be the biggest factor in exactly what your gameplay style.
And then further customizable based on race, you know, like, you know, Equestria will have, you know, different abilities in Scraner, you know, and it's actually remarkably deep. So yeah, we've been in development for quite some time now, and let me tell you, the cities are very, very fun to make. We're going to show you our biggest city in a minute or two now that you take the train to get to. And it is one of our main story-oriented cities. But, you know, it's going to contribute to the overall world, which is huge at the moment, and has plans to be much, much larger. So, we hope you like it once we're in there.
This is my first tackle at large-scale terrain ever. So many people went into building this. I was kind of just the placer. All these buildings, I mean, the list of credits, I made one up on my site, is, you know, it's pages long, all the work that went into this. The assets were just created, you know, there's 12 people right now on the 3D team. There's 4 or 5 dedicated 2D modelers who actually, you know, do our texture work for us in this really nice, you know, cartoony feel. You know, concept artists giving us the, you know, initial generation of the idea. We have vector artists, which kind of like to draw in the style and the inspiration of the source material. So, you know, like for the dialogue, you'll see on some NPCs it hasn't been completely rolled out, but some of the major ones, they'll still give you that really nice flat 2D you know, interaction with them. You know, they'll have the sprite work that, you know, a lot of people are really excited to see alongside of the kind of, you know, custom tune style that we've built out over the years.
Why don't you explain the view that we're using right now?
Oh, we are currently doing our cinematic camera, which is, you know, very good for viewing our gigantic world we've got here, which you can explore completely as a pony, and you actually touch these buildings and built with a variety of NPCs and a variety of quests, huge amounts.
Right. The amount of quests in the game right now, if you get to play it, there are about, I would say, around 10 right now. Currently implemented. We're still working on, some of the systems we're going to use for those, of course. So there will be many, many more. We have a comprehensive storyline in the works that is going to, of course, take you through all of the large cities and areas in the game, and there will be a group of characters that you'll sort of get to know through that, of course. One of which he was just talking to a second ago. I'm going to ask him to talk to again shortly here when we're out of the cinematic view. Astral Charm.
On our way back.
But yeah, as you can see, and as he was saying, this really is just a gigantic map currently, and it's a little bit empty right now. There are usually players here, but if you play during the weekend, you will see a lot of people populating this area. NPCs also don't think show up for the cinematic view specifically, but
and we have just a huge amount of stuff, and we have at least 250 NPCs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 250 NPCs about.
Currently planned. There are likely to be more than that before all set.
Oh yeah, before all said and done, it will be.
And we do, of course, have at least 100 quests written currently right now that most of which, like I said, can't be put into the game just yet, but are ready for whenever the systems catch up with it. But yeah, if you don't mind talking to Astro again here, I'd like to showcase, and he did just a little bit, our emotion system. This won't be available for every NPC in the game, but the 2D graphics that you're seeing up here for important characters we will have available with, as you can see, the emotions engine. She gets angry if you make her angry, etc., etc. Now we should have animations, I believe, for the rest of them that don't get the 2D representation as well, so they'll still have emotions. Dialogue options here to create branching paths in quests. We can't have the game take you on too many different paths simply because it is an MMO RPG. If you're playing with your friends and you're doing one storyline and they're doing a completely different one, that doesn't work. You can't play together anymore. So it is mostly going to be on the same path, so to speak, in regards to the story, but you will have choices within individual quests, etc., as you can see there.
Do the barrel roll.
We run straight into a building, lovely. Right now, we are on our way to our recently implemented city that you got a little surprise preview of before, and you have to get there by Zeppelin. So you have to get to the Zeppelin station before we go elsewhere. But yeah, no, we really love our cities, and we have a few quests in city we're going to show you. So it'll be pretty good. I want to show off the 3D version of the 2D emotion system you just saw right now. There are plenty of NPCs who like doing that. So
it's just been such a learning experience going from one city to the next, because you'll see that it's almost when you go from one city to another, you learn so much from the past city that you're able to build upon what you've learned and create it even better with new things that you pick up. So a lot of the things that we're testing in Cloudopolis right now is particle effects and dynamic lighting, which really, this is the nighttime shot of it, and it really gives you a nice, some mood lighting that our earlier versions of the game didn't have, because we didn't quite have that functionality in there yet. So We think that if there was ever a version of Cloudopolis that anybody would imagine in full-blown 3D, this would be it.
Go ahead and fly up and show us the entire city.
Cinematic or
No, no.
cinematic?
No.
Got it.
Where are you going?
You said the top. Going to the top.
It's a happy pony.
So yeah, the 3D modelers, the concept artists, the texture artists have been working on all of what you're seeing here for a few years now. Yes, at 2 years we've been in development. We're going on 3, and we have I think a pretty good amount to show for it, considering volunteer work. It's all coming together very, very nicely, as you can see.
Come in for a landing?